Hey guys, Jacob here. This is going to be covering episode 1, 2, and 3 that they did show us at E3 this year. They showed us a decent amount of information for the episodes and told us what we're going to expect. But first of all, episode 1 is going to be DC Outskirts. Episode 1, DC Outskirts will take agents outside of the city proper for the first time and explore surrounding areas and woodlands as they hunt for President Ellis and Emlyn Shaw, the leader of the Outcast. The release date for this is somewhere in July, it says. I'm not 100% sure when, but so that's cool. It's next month, hopefully. That's if it doesn't get delayed. 2 new missions, Camp White Oak, where you track down a traitor, and the Washington National Zoo, where you hunt down a surviving Outcast leader and deal with the threats throughout 11 different biomes. So hopefully there'll be like stuff like, snow, sand, desert biome, stuff like that, and probably jungle. It's the zoo, so that's pretty cool. Expeditionary mode, which is this mode will equip players with cooperative challenges to take every week as they progress through different wings of the Trinity College. This is a new gameplay experience that we'll need to explore, investigate, and use logic to uncover the fate of the military convoy gone dark. So the next thing on the list is going to be obviously the Camp White Oak. The Black Tusk and their leader has set up strategic positions close to the nestled deep in woodlands, and your assignment is to take them down and capture them. As you fight the ruthless and technologically advanced Black Tusk, you will tread through beautiful woods and scenic landscapes and with lakes, hillsides, and rich wildlife. The fight will reach its peak in cabins where the leader is residing. To access this mission and initiate the operative, you will need to have reached World Tier 5 and completed Tidal Basin. Once this has been completed, the helicopter pilot outside the base will be able to basically pick you up and will be waiting for you. So kind of like the raid, essentially. Next is going to be the zoo, and that's the Washington National Zoo. Emlyn Shaw, the leader of the Outcasts, have fallen back to defeat Roosevelt Island and barricade themselves in the deep of the zoo. To get her, you will need to fight through the blockades and the Outcasts who protect her and put up the end of her violence. As you hunt for Emlyn Shaw through the rich and dense environment of the zoo, you'll be comfort the Outcast leader and her followers in the grand battle. Do you have what it takes to bring down the ferocious leader of her faction and supporters? There are also infographers dotted around the Mediterranean fields, use information about the many species that reside here, including pelicans, crocodiles, monkeys, and more. While Shaw is your number one priority, these are details early for basically everyone to explore. To launch the mission, you will need to be briefed by the helicopter pilot, just like the other one outside the base of operations. And then that's going to lead us to episode 2, which is going to be the Pentagon, which I'm really excited for. And this is the last castle. This is somewhere around fall, October, somewhere around there. The Pentagon has been taken over by Black Tusk, and it's your job to stop the invading forces and prevent the last secrets that are blown out into the open. 3 new main missions. Agents will have to deal with elevated Black Tusk activity and tackle 3 new main missions inside one of the America's most ionic buildings. And next is the second raid, which I'm very excited for. The second raid will be added to the game. This time, players will travel to a remote foundry and take on the True Sons. So this time we're fighting the True Sons instead of like the Black Tusk. So it's going to be really cool. And it's somewhere, in, I guess they said fall when it's going to release, so you guys can expect the raid then. Or maybe a little bit later due to the fact like the first raid was pushed back a little bit. So... but there's going to be a second raid, so that's really awesome. That way we'll actually be able to experience new challenges, stuff like that, and see how hard the next raid is, and also see what the next drops are going to be like, for the exotic. And this one is the Eagle Bear, and there's also 3 brand sets, or 3 gear sets you can get, like Tip of the Spear, Ace 8, stuff like that you can get in the raid. So hopefully they'll have some pretty cool stuff in that. Next is episode 3, Brooklyn Homecoming. This is which I'm very excited for because I called this ages ago. If you guys watched my video about 3 months ago, around when the game I think came out, back in March, I think it was when I made that video or somewhere around there, and I talked about how we are going to go back to New York City, and no one believed me. And the next they showed us this. Episode 3, what if Rebirth is not about bringing the world as we know back to life, but the opposite? One man holds that power, and humanity is at stake. The release date is early 2020, so probably around January, February, somewhere around there. Episode 3, Brooklyn Homecoming, will take players back to New York and confront new challenges as a Coney Island. So Coney Island is, they showed that in the trailer, which you guys could see the big giant, Ferris wheel there with the Coney Island written on it. A nemesis is trying to spread green poison virus, and a showdown imminent when episode arrives in 2020. So I'm pretty sure this is Aaron Keener, obviously, which was the main antagonist of Division 1, who was always talking to us, and you could never catch up with him, and basically I don't know if he's been in New York City the whole time or he's gone back, but you guys will see in the clip. They did show us going back there, and they did talk about hunting down their own brother, and they've left them no choice. So that's pretty sure that's this might be the end of Aaron Keener, or it may not be. I'm not sure. And hopefully we'll be able to see some returning characters from Division 1, maybe Fei Lao, or maybe even see some agents from Division 1, maybe our own agent or something like that. They might throw in there as an Easter egg, or take us to the base of ops and talk to someone from there. But that's going to be about it, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
So, Devil's Cry, huh? Let's hear what that sounds like! Don't you dare say it! Jackpot!